What is up, guys? It's your boy, CedTheN.E.D, back at it again with another gameplay of Hades. Uh, Recently, I've been trying to keep a consistent schedule with uploading videos for you guys. So again, if you guys do like the content you're seeing, you guys want to stick around and check out some more of what's in store to come, then be sure to subscribe, like, comment, and share the video with anyone who may be interested. And with that, let's get right back into it. So I haven't really been how is it? I haven't really
Okay.
been uh playing the game like in my free time and such. I'm not really sure if I should go in and do like several attempts and then bring you guys another video when I have more items and more upgrades, or do you guys want me to just keep going about continuing the journey uh with me as I go through it? I'm not really sure what I'm gonna do yet, but hopefully when I have a good consistent amount of videos out, hopefully the comment section will let me know whether or not they want me to have most of the stuff or have a good chunk of stuff already upgraded, or if you guys would like me to see me go through each attempt one by one as we progress further in the story. But let's go
The
back here.
courtyard of the House of Hades is kept neat and orderly, in contrast to the terrifying sprawl that lies beyond.
It's not that orderly, really.
Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. All right, and then as we
Got something
can
new to try.
from the last video, as you can see, we have two trinkets now. One from Achilles and one from Cerberus, the dog. I'm gonna go and equip the Cerberus collar
Should
here
help.
so I can get some extra health, and we'll just hop right back into it. I got 40
Okay.
darkness. That's the purple stuff at the bottom. That's what's called darkness. So it took me a while because the last two videos I was like, bro, what is this called right now? But here we go. Get Dionysus.
You're getting somewhere, man. I understand you made it up to Asphodel before. Now that is progress. Keep it up. You keep on going, yeah?
All right. Dang. It's nice that when you get a boon and it has a good number of effects. I'd rather, when it comes to choosing like debuffs and whatnot or ailments for my weapon, I always like to go with the basic attack first, then do have an ailment for the special. But if you have it to where the boon is like at a higher rarity, like this one's an epic rarity, that's usually the one I would go for.
Feeling
I don't
good.
always pick the highest rarity boon that I come across. But if it's something like, if it's just something like that that helps me with my attack
There's
in
an
general.
ominous-looking portal on the ground right there.
But if it just helps me with my basic attacks and stuff, then I don't mind getting it, regardless of the rarity it is. So right here, this is a portal that leads over to Chaos. I'm gonna do this right here because it's been
So all I need to do is sacrifice some of my life essence to go in here. I
Yeah.
don't see why not.
it's been a minute since I
Who or what is that?
yeah. So see, Chaos. This is Chaos's domain. I didn't think I would be able to access this area so quickly or so early in the attempt runs, but
The fathomless expanses hidden in darkest corners of the underworld stretch well past the notice of Lord Hades himself. And yet, the interfering prince somehow discovers passage there.
Wasn't all that hard to find, really.
honestly, it was freaking just popped up in the first stage. Hello.
This is not someone I recognize. So, in the name of Hades, hello? May I ask who's calling?
The Olympians have all grown soft. Would you not agree?
Have we met?
Oh, we have met, in a way. I know everybody here and there. You wish to leave this place, and it is my wish to make your doing so a little bit more interesting. And if you encounter the Olympians someday, do give them my regards.
Alright, so with chaos, with boons of chaos, it usually works in the sense that you're like given a restriction, and once you clear several encounters or stages, encounters, sorry for the miscommunication of the words, but every single time you clear an encounter, depending on how many encounters it has you do, you then get that buff. you have abyssal affluence, caustic strike, and addle soul. So this one takes in the next 4 counters take 317% from traps. Now that's aggressive, but afterwards, once you complete those 4 encounters, you get through like those 4 stages. Afterwards, if any gold you find is worth 30% more. After 4 encounters here, slain foes toss an inferno bomb at you. Afterward, you get 38% attack damage. And the last one here, within the next 3 encounters, each time you cast, you get hit for 4, but you gain 63 health. I'm gonna take the added soul, like I said before.
I'll have to withstand the whims of chaos to extract the benefits a few chambers from now.
And then you have Chaos Day. Like I said before, I don't usually go for the highest rarity. It usually just depends on what I feel will be like the most helpful to me at the time. And having extra life at the beginning of this is like aggressively what I need, bro. I'm gonna take this. This is the first time that we're actually going into an encounter that rewards me for that gives me actual like gems and stuff, because we have not encountered something like that yet. So that's a nice added bonus. That way, if when I leave here or when I die, I can just go over back to the contractor and then go and just get some reconstruction done around the house, which is nice. I think the main thing that I do like about this game is the fact that you're able to, besides just generally playing the game, you actually have like all the items that you have are like worth something in the game. It may not be like something as it may not be something as big as you said. See, like gemstones, yeah. It may not be something as big as like a major power up or something like that, but just I played a little bit on the Switch, as I've said before, and the upgrades that you get for the house, like it does really look nice. Like once you have like a good chunk of the upgrades for your house and stuff like that, it really does look nice over there. I'll hopefully later when we get further into the game, you'll see what I'm talking about, and you're gonna be like, damn, this place looks pretty good. And see, now we have the 50 darkness, so that way next time I go in and I go try to upgrade, I'll get the greater reflex and I'll have 2 dashes instead of just 1, which will be a big help in the long run, trust me. Especially with these guys trying to, whack me with their fat ass stomachs, bro. Come on now. It will definitely help when you have minions that have like that have armor as well. No cap. But how's everyone's weekend going? Today's Saturday for me that I'm recording this, so I hope everyone's just chilling or
The curse of chaos has been lifted.
See. So after those 3 encounters that we did, if I go here, see, now the benefit is added. I get 63 health, and as you can see there, I have 138 rather than just 75 right now.
You've had a brush with Megara the Fury, haven't you? Oh, I know a thing or two about that one. Though lately we Olympians no longer mingle with those living in the underworld. You're the only exception.
Easy. They get Crush Shot. Cast is wide, short range, blast that inflicts weak. You can get a Passion Dash that deals damage when you end inflicting weak, or after you take damage foes around you and inflict weak. I'd rather have something for my dash. What I usually like to do for most of my dashes, if I get Athena,
Fabulous.
he mostly deals with abilities that are able to have you reflect or like armor you up in a sort of way, like give you a barrier or something like that. I usually there's an ability that lets you deflect as you dash, which I use to the most of my advantage, because it really does help you, especially when you're trying to kill an enemy. You could just use their abilities against them to reflect the damage. Flame foes have a 15% chance to drop health items for 3 encounters. I don't really have anything right now. Usually I'd like to save it up until the time I go to Charon, because usually buying those items beforehand for a boss is really like, it's not necessary, but it really does give you help you and give you an edge, later in the fights. So I think I'm gonna just wait out there, either go for some darkness or some gems, but I'm gonna usually the skull that's right below the item there shows that it's gonna be like a mini boss, and then after the mini boss, you know, you get your item and stuff. I'm generally gonna go and take this mini boss, even though it's gonna be like aggressive. No, but I just really need the gems right now because I really do want to start upgrading my house, Hades' house. Then on top of that, I think there's some other not abilities, but there are some other benefits that you get when you keep upgrading your house. You'll see once we die, we'll come back to the house and you'll see. Hey, the one thing I find annoying about this game that I know that's in the game, you know, for a reason, is the traps. Like, I don't usually die from the traps, but I'll be killing a minion. I'll be really whacking them or something like that. And then out of nowhere, you know, at the last moment, you know, I get hit by a trap out of nowhere. And that's like it's not a life or death thing for me, but it's more of like, it takes a good chunk of my health, and then the minions are like, oh, you got hit by that trap, hold on. Whack! And then, you know, I die, and then I'm just like, wow, you know, that trap just, you know, messed me up for my whole run.
Gods grant me strength.
I'll take the drunk. Now you can go to Charon's shop. This is the first time that Charon's thing is showing up, so usually that tells me, you know, it's not, I would say it's somewhat at the midway point, and you usually don't want to go to Charon in the beginning because you don't really have enough gold. Although, although once you upgrade and you get more golds per run or per encounter that you do, you know, it'll be worth it then. And see, if I had Athena's reflect as I dash, those bombs would have hit these guys, and I would have had such an easier time with these guys, bro. But instead, they're just beat blasting, you know, with bombs everywhere. Gotta be real careful with these guys. Whacking in the corner there.
That's what you get.
Let's see. You blundered headlong into danger for the past 6 chambers or more, and you made such a racket I could almost hear it from Olympus. I have to say your hunting skills are rather unconventional.
He's right. I'm not using no bow and arrow out here. So all of them are rare boons. So you have Deadly Strike. Your attack is stronger with a 15% chance to deal critical damage. True Shot. Your cast seeks foes with 10% chance to deal critical damage, or any damage you deal has a chance to be critical. To be honest, I'd usually go with Deadly Strike, then Pressure Points, because your attack, which is your basic attack, you know, has a 15% chance, and you get 28% more attack damage as compared to the Pressure Points, where it's only a 3% chance to crit. And usually, you know, it's not really a big deal probably later in the games because you'll have like the Palm of Power to upgrade it, but I'd rather have the attack damage in the beginning, especially you know, if I get the
guide my hand.
Palm of Power and I have it upgraded where, you know, my Deadly Strike is giving me like 50% more attack damage, which is aggressively good. So these are like, I forgot what these encounters are called, but
Your Highness.
But these are just usually when they have that exclamation point, it's usually characters that are around or like surrounded in the underworlds, and they're just doing their own thing. You know, this guy here is just trapped and forever here try to move the boulder, you know, and what is it? There's some other people that'll help you along the way. Like he'll just either have you give, I think, health, darkness, or coinage, either one.
Prince Zed, must look like I'm slacking off with the old boulder here, but I was just getting back on my feet. The Fury Sisters don't often leave me be. Where'd they go, anyway? And, what are you doing here?
Well, you know, just out on a little stroll is all. Do me a favor, though. You see the Fury Sisters, let them know I was headed down the way I came from, will you?
Oh, I'll let them know, all right. I hear you loud and clear, Your Highness. I'll just go about my business now, and you take care.
He either gives you healing, darkness, or coinage. I usually just go for darkness because coinage isn't really something that's like, it's only used for your runs. Like once you die and stuff like that, you know, you don't get, you know, you just have 0 coins. The darkness though, is used, you know, in long-term runs, especially when upgrading, you know, Zagreus. So it's always good to get
Not
that.
to worry.
Oh, thank you.
I don't want to pronounce his name because I don't want to butcher that, but we'll leave that how it is. Give me one moment. I want to. I don't know if you guys are hearing the audio or the dialogue between the characters, if it's too loud or too low, but I'm gonna turn it up just a little bit because it feels like it's a little bit low on my end. I'm sorry if you haven't been hearing their conversation that clearly. Yeah, see, let's see, if I had went and I got gold, I would have just had a gold on top of gold, which would have been nice for the end game when I go to Charon and stuff before the boss. But it's just honestly something that I really don't prioritize over. You know, genuinely, I should, considering this is you know, I'm just starting out, but I feel confident enough in my abilities and, you know, how this place works that I can get pretty far without needing like a major stack of coin.
Saved some for everyone. Some of Charon's wares.
Ooh, I'm gonna get this item here that gives me 3% for darkness. I would get the life essence, but it's not really necessary. I'm only like, it's not even like a lot of moves. And on top of that, I get like 2 health per after I'm done with an encounter. These guys aren't really so bad. Maybe if there was like even more of these guys, or they had even tankier health, then yeah, it would have been like a problem. But you can genuinely spot where these guys are gonna like place their landmines and whatnot. See these niggas here, the beefy guys. They're like, yeah, you know, you thought you were just gonna have the small minions, huh? Not wrong. Gonna beat blasted corner.
It's dark, all right.
And we got some nectar. To be honest, when I was going through the attempts and whatnot, you don't really see a lot. You don't see a lot of pathways for nectar. Through my experience on the Switch and whatnot, like whenever I would do a run, I barely got any nectar as it is. The only time I would get nectar as well through other ways later in the game that you'll see. But like actually going on a path that gives you nectar, I barely get any of those. So when I get some, I like to hoard it, you know, up until like I have a reasonable amount, and then I can go off and just start giving nectar to like almost everyone that I can, or everyone that I want to in the beginning. Because when you're playing this game, if you just go in with no background information on what you're doing, or you know what you should be doing, which is nice and all, you know, you get to explore all the trinkets and whatnot. But
Right there.
since I already played it, I'm kind of just
gift.
prioritizing what trinkets I should get in the beginning to better help me. So either now I could buy something from the shop, or I can just go and get more health. Now at this point, I only have 215, so like I'd be able to get maybe 2 items depending on how much they are. How many boons do we have? Yeah, like later in the game you'll have like access to like so many other boons, but right now it's like after I have one for my attack, my special, and my dash. I have 215. I'll go in with health this time, to be honest. Yeah, and then they just give you free health.
She'll keep me going.
Yeah, usually when the second time you see Charon's shop, whatever path is next to it, so like there was Charon's shop and then this health, usually if you take the other pathway other than Charon's, it just gives you the item for free, which is nice.
Here, Meg.
What are you doing, Zagreus? The underworld is sealed off. What you're attempting is impossible. You've seen what happens when you go too far.
This place can't stay sealed shut forever, Meg. In the meantime, I thought I'd get some practice in, you know?
I'm not your practice partner, fool.
For real, but she is, man. I'm just like, honestly, just getting used to what she's doing. She's helping me become stronger. And, you know, she doesn't gain anything out of it besides, you know, maybe pummeling me in the beginning of the attempts, but I'm just gonna beat blast her.
You're still right there.
bad, bro. Yeah, like I said, you gotta take care of those minions beforehand, otherwise they're just gonna start doing some dumb shit. Oh, oh, I thought, oh, I didn't get hit. I'm surprised. Okay, see, now I got hit there. Hey. Ooh, that was a close one. Okay.
Why won't you give up?
Have to take out that guy. Okay. Ooh. Strike was still able to hit me, bro. Once he died, and I go back to upgrade Zagreus, I am definitely getting that greater reflex, bro. Because having just one dash is like aggressively annoying. Like it's just not it, bro. It's not the move. Deep blast this guy, bro. Oh, I'm not. Oh. Oh, run around you real quick.
How dare you?
Seeing the traps, bro. The traps get you every time. If not once, not once, then maybe twice or something. Oh, see, it almost got me again, bro.
Stand still for me.
Dang. He's really whacking me right now, to be honest. I'm about to whack her, bro. Not here for that.
Blood and darkness.
Sorry about that. Oh. I got it. Oh. It's almost done. You're done, Megara. Get out of here. Big bets, guys. Big bets. All right.
Got you that time, Meg.
Usually, after you complete a stage or something like that, they give you the Titan's Blood on the first stage, and then if you keep going in with the same weapon, it just gives you darkness instead, which is still nice. You know, it's still useful.
You wouldn't dare.
Oh, but I would. Boy, I would. So, I'm gonna actually use that for the treasure, because I do want some more golds, and I'll leave it here. Oh, wait, there we go.
The path from Tartarus is finally laid bare. Far above, the heat from Phlegethon, the river of flame, is faintly felt already, even as its dangers lie in wait.
Lovely.
Big bets. Alright, I'll probably do one more encounter and then I'll leave it off here. I'm not trying to have the gameplay run for like more than 30 minutes because I you know, I don't want to have it too long for people, so I'm probably gonna how much time do I have on here? I'll probably end it here. You know, usually when I do these videos, I'll probably go through like one stage, I'll end the gameplay, and then I'll just record the next stage back to back, you know, just so it's consistent with it, you know? Let's just keep this here.
Within the suffocating heat of Asphodel reside the vast majority of those who lived upon the earth and died. There they persist until the end of time.
Or until I crush their bones to dust.
Either or, for real. We'll get some coinage. So yeah, I'm gonna leave it off here. I know I like the first, what is it? Like the first 4 videos that I have here, I'm always like I'm always ending here and then I'm going back, but no worries. Once we get Zagreus upgraded more, bro, I'll be like running through these stages a lot faster than expected. So just bear with me. So again, you know, I'm not really sure whether I should just skip a little bit until I have some more items, or if you guys want to see me go through the stages and, you know, see my progression as it is. If you do, or you don't want to see that, you know, just leave some comments in the section below so I can, you know, get some feedback on you guys so I know what to do. But if any case, I'll just probably keep doing it like this. So, you know, if you guys are liking what you're seeing here, remember to like, subscribe, share, you know, comment and whatnot. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. All right.